Drama between rappers Papoose and Remy Ma is unfolding as we speak on social media, and they started early this morning with Remy Ma accusing Papoose of cheating on her with boxer Claressa Shields. So just some quick backstory. So apparently Remy Ma has been accused, as you know, for several months of cheating on Papoose with another up-and-coming rapper.
The drama train arrives at the station, and it's uglier than ever. Clarissa Shields is at the center of all the accusations, just when you thought Remy Ma and Papoose were the hip-hop equivalent of the ideal couple.
Ma posted this on social media this morning saying, "This lady Clarissa Shields and that sorry-ass publicity team have been putting out fake stories on me every day to make me look bad and him look like God's gift for too long. I begged Papoose to put out something to stop the narrative, and he kept telling me to just stay quiet, and that's the best thing to do. Well, I'm sorry. I'm tired." And he said that he would never F you cause you're ugly, but don't worry, I saw everything. Now the world's gonna see it since you're so tough. So she's been posting on her own social media different receipts. We're not gonna go through all the receipts, but Papoose did have a response confirming what we've thought what's been going on in their household.
Fans observed that Remy Ma, who is typically vocal about her love and gratitude for Papoose, did not publicly acknowledge him on Father's Day. This wasn't just any holiday, though, and the stillness that followed raised eyebrows. Papoose, who had joyfully accepted his roles as a father and stepfather, should have made a deal out of the day. There were no touching posts or images of the family instead, but Papoose seemed to express his emotions in a bizarre way. He shared a mysterious message on social media about the value of loyalty, respect, and love. Fans were quick to make the connection. People's suspicions grew as they observed a change in the couple's interactions. Public demonstrations of affection vanished. No teasing, no kudos, and no reposting of each other's accomplishments. It appeared like the flaws in their flawless image were beginning to surface. Clarissa Shields enters. When allegations of an affair with Papoose began to circulate, Clarissa, a world-renowned boxer, found herself at the unexpected center of the controversy, boxing gloves on and ready to throw down in and out of the ring. However, how did her name even come up in the reports? Papoose and Clarissa cross paths in the workplace, circles since they are both connected to the entertainment and sports industries. Some fans claimed that their relationship had gone too far, even though it first seemed professional, especially when Remy and Papoose seemed to be developing in public. As Kay instructed them to call the new obtainments to express their anger, the conversations intensified when Clarissa didn't hesitate to confront them. Indeed, she went so far as to retaliate directly against Remy Ma on social media. Clarissa posted brash, unrepentant, and sometimes combative content. She stated that she Papoose outside of their business interactions, but the tone of her answers stated unequivocally that she was not scared to confront Remy if needed. One of the posts said, "You can blame me all you want, but I don't ruin happy homes. Do that to yourself, you people." These clapbacks only served to stoke the flames, as many saw them as jabs at Ray's personality. It seemed as though Clarissa was asking Remy to accept responsibility for whatever was going wrong behind closed doors, in addition to defending her marriage. After seeing this hip-hop soap opera, fans quickly grabbed their popcorn and took sides. Social media was a flurry of arguments, accusations, and conjecture. On one side, you had devoted fans of Papoose thought he would never cheat because he was known for being a family man. On the other hand, some questioned whether persistent public pressure to uphold their ideal marital image had finally had a negative impact. Remy's past controversies were used by many fans to turn against her and cast doubt on her version of events. Her public handling of other problems drew criticism from some, who suggested she might be venting her anger on Papoose. Others questioned her Father's Day quietly, seeing it as a purposeful omission that spoke to more serious problems. However, not everyone supported the Papoose. Some supporters quickly defended Remy, highlighting the fact that someone's public persona may not necessarily reflect their private life. Others accused Clarissa of purposefully causing trouble with her remarks on social media, drawing her into the controversy. The court of public opinion was ultimately split, but one thing was evident. The turmoil had come to light and was only becoming messier. So this was no longer just a private family issue.
Flowers and all this extra
I'm
stuff.
at work. Talk about I'm about to drag somebody. Hold on one second.
Who's she dragging? Walking around. What's up
What
with
did
that?
you do?
All right now.
I just want to know, what does she do?
I'm a designer. What do you do?
I rap
Okay.
and I smack chicks that get out of line.
You're not gonna smack me though.
All right, okay.
Every
single one of those little tiny
that's what we're not
teeth
gonna do. You're not gonna
got
smack
a
me.
brown and yellow in your mouth, which fly down this runway. Every single one of them. Back up.
All right.
Take your
Get your
brown
friend.
wig. Back up. That's right.
Claims of Remy Ma's personal actions began to surface during the controversy surrounding Papoose and Clarissa Shields. This time, the focus shifted to Easy the Block Captain, a battle rapper who is becoming more well-known in the hip-hop industry. Once fans observed that Remy and Easy frequently appeared together both on and off stage, they started to speculate that they had a relationship. Remy is involved in the battle rap scene, yet it may be dismissed as a professional cooperation. Their chemistry seemed a bit too intense for some. Speculation about an affair intensified when insiders asserted that Papoose had supposedly caught Remy and Easy in awkward positions. The allegations that Papoose had accused Remy of gaslighting him during their relationship were what truly ignited the internet. He believed that rather than taking responsibility for her acts, she was playing the victim while pursuing clout. For someone like Papoose, who had supported her through some of the most difficult periods of her life, this purported betrayal was devastating. Supporters quickly jumped into the argument, asking whether the woman who had previously declared her loyalty was now failing to abide by declarations. However, many individuals didn't see things clearly. Remy's reputation for throwing punches in the boxing ring raises the question of whether years of pressure to live up to their relationship objectives could have caused both of them to go down this disastrous path. As part of her conflict with Remy Ma, Clarissa chose to remove the symbolic gloves. In an action that made headlines, Clarissa dared Remy to resolve their problems in the ring. Yes, she even invited Remy to compete against her in a real boxing battle. Although the problem may have Clarissa was obviously not going to allow Remy to bring her reputation into disrepute without a fight, as evidenced by her continuous disparaging remarks on social media, which were more symbolic than serious. According to her words, Remy was avoiding responsibility and avoiding responsibility. A single comment said, "You can play victim, but the truth always comes out eventually," and supporters immediately took it as another slur at Remy. However, a well-known rap video that Clarissa released specifically targeted Remy. It wasn't simply a lyrical flex. It was full of ad hoc lines that called out betrayal and hypocrisy. While some fans applauded Clarissa for defending herself in the most hip-hop way possible, others thought the video was adding unnecessary fuel to the fire. Also, Clarissa's move cemented her role as the central figure in this situation. Finally, Papoose broke his silence. And let's just say he didn't hold back. In a rare public statement, he addressed the allegations and set the record straight about where he stood.
Apparently, Papoose has been trying to get a divorce for some time now. He says, "Sad to say that Remy Ma is a narcissist. She chose to cheat repeatedly. Now that I finally moved on, she's playing victim. I have requested a divorce numerous times. She rather clout chase on social media than handle this like civilized adults. I did not want to do the social media foolishness for the sake of my 6-year-old baby. She has to go to school. As you can see, I remained quiet through it all."
Papoose was adamant that his daughter was his top priority and that he would not allow the pandemonium to overwhelm his paternal role. Although he realized the difficulties he and Remy were experiencing, he wanted to handle everything with honor and dignity, particularly for the benefit of their family. Nevertheless, he didn't hesitate to call out what he saw to be deceptive practices. Papoose alluded to the fact that Remy's public image didn't always match her behavior, but he didn't go into specific detail. He implied that there had been times when she had been dishonest and deceptive, making it to trust her. Despite the controversy, Papoose stated that he wanted to end the conflict amicably. In an already delicate situation, he urged people to respect their privacy and refrain from generating needless rumors. People were sympathetic to his calm approach because they perceived him as a man attempting to manage a personal issue while upholding his morals. It gets even juicier now because of the fans have thoughts and aren't keeping them to themselves. There have been intense debates on social media, with everyone acting as a judge, jury, and detective. Who is at fault in this is dividing the internet, as evidenced by TikTok conversations and Twitter hashtags. Papoose's supporters on one side contend that his devotion to his family and his loyalty during Remy's imprisonment make him worthy of better treatment, and they view Clarissa Shields' involvement as in regrettable consequences from years of stress that had already weakened the relationship. Pop suppressed it for 7 years. "He is the one who deserves grace," a user wrote on Twitter. There are, however, others who support Remy and argue that the story of her alleged adultery is a smokescreen. Papoose's cryptic post and Clarissa's clapbacks, according to some, are doing more harm than good by portraying Remy as the culprit without any concrete proof. Men can also gaslight, like a well-known TikTok creator, can't they? Debated, leaving a trail of supportive remarks in their wake. It goes without saying that Clarissa Shields has her own group of followers. Many of her admirers believe she is merely protecting herself from unjustified charges. They commend her for her bravery in defending herself against such a formidable figure as Remy Ma. Everyone is curious about what will happen to this triumvirate of turmoil once the dust settles, or perhaps not. This feud is unlikely to be waged physically with gloves, but will Remy Ma accept Clarissa Shields' challenge to enter the boxing ring? Fans are giddy with the challenge's symbolic character. Any kind of confrontation is sure to garner a lot of attention, and neither Remy nor Clarissa appears prepared to back down. Then there's the Remy and Papoose dilemma. Can this power couple, who were once the pinnacle of hip-hop romance, find a way to succeed? To make amends? Some supporters maintain hope by pointing to their track record of conquering obstacles. However, others believe the harm may already be too great, particularly given the charges of manipulation and infidelity that have clouded their relationship. This circumstance might have long-term effects on Clarissa's reputation. Although she has won appreciation for her tenacity, some people are concerned that her remarkable boxing accomplishments may be overshadowed by her involvement in such a high-profile scandal. There's no denying that is about more than just love. There is a legacy at stake. Regarding Remy and Papoose's relationship was both a personal connection and a brand. This controversy challenges their status as hip-hop royalty and threatens to redefine the story that previously defined them. Claressa Shields, too, is at a turning point in her life. Her boldness has won her admirers, but it also places her under a magnifying glass. How she handles this situation could shape her trajectory, both as a public figure and as an athlete. So, what do you guys think? Who's in the wrong? And what does the future hold for Remy, Papoose, and Clarissa?